Alrighty folks, welcome, bienvenue chez Jeff Solo. How's it going? Yes, it is me. It is not the Messiah, although I do look like I have God's light shining on me. Yeah, it's just because outside it's not pitch black. It's that grey kind of dusk, if you will. That's the one, dusk. It's dusk outside, so there's not a lot of light. If I have the big light on, you can't see anything apart from the big blinding light, which looks like, you know, I'm a doctor and I'm inspecting your eyeballs, so we can't have that. So yeah, this is the way it is. This is the way it is. Things will never be the same. Right, so let's get cracked in. It's Carboot haul. Hooray. Yeah, I went to the Carboot. It wasn't this week's Carboot. It was last week's Carboot, and I didn't do a video, and I meant to, and I was like, I've got to do a video, and then I forgot. I forgot all about it, because a lot of the stuff that I got at the Carboot I had to clean because it was disgusting, but I think total spend was about 30 quid, I think, yeah, 30 quid. I also bought a Blu-ray, which I gave to my friend, my co-worker, an all-round good guy. So I gave him that because he's a massive Trek fan. So I thought it was the 2009? No. Must be 2016 movie, I think. The first kind of new Star Trek with Chris Pine. So that was a steelbook. It was really nice. So I gave him that. And I also bought something else, which I can't remember what it was now. Oh, a Burger King Frankenstein. The one, I think it's from 97, the kind of glow-in-the-dark one. I've sold that already. I got rid of that because I don't collect that. But that pretty much paid for a whole bunch of figures that I wanted. So, good times. Anyway, enough of the waffling and garbage. Let's get straight into the Carboot pickup, shall we? With my angelic lighting. Ah! Right, let's go. So, I got a couple of wrestlers. And I can't remember for the life of me the guy's name, but I do know one of their names. It's Goldust. Is this Goldust? Yeah, he's actually not bad. The light and the camera is not doing it justice. It's okay, it's in quite good shape. Apart from I didn't realise his finger was missing. However, this came with his jacket. So that's kind of cool. Goldust and jacket. Awesome times. So I got that. I got that in a big lot for 4 quid, and I got this in a lot. So £14. All the figures I'm going to show you cost me £14 bar 2, which I'll show you at the end. So I also got this guy, which is Vinimodo Throttle, one of the biker mice from Mars. I think my brother Tim made a few of these as a kid. This has a punching action. It's kind of cool. They had a few other biker mice figures, but they were missing their antennae, and without the antenna, they kind of look a bit crap. So I didn't get those, but this guy was probably the best Nick one. The best Nick one? The bestest Nick? My English is horrendous. In best condition. So this was this one. I think it's Modo. I'm going to go Modo. I'm going to go solid Modo for that one. So there you go, wearing some typical 90s get-up. Pink and blue stripes, and I love the action feature. It's really good. So yeah, so I got him. I picked up this wee chap, which is an Imperial PVC Gargoyle, which I thought was pretty cool. I've never seen these before, so I picked him up. He's pretty awesome. It doesn't have a year on him. It just says Imperial. No, not Imperial. I'm talking out of my bum again. It's Applause, I think it is. Yes, Applause, not Imperial. Applause. So, yeah, pretty good. We also got this guy, which is a X-Men figure, or Marvel X-Men. Not sure who he is. Fight Star? Something Star? I don't know. But anyway, I got him as well. He was part of the lot, so I just grabbed him. What else did I get in that lot? I got this! A Street Sharks motorbike come Street Shark combo, which is kind of awesome. I think my brother had this as a kid. He liked the Street Sharks. Yes, he loved the Street Sharks. He loved the Street Sharks. So that's that one. And if you push it along, his jaw opens and his hand kind of, it's like he's pushing the bike. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, I got him. I don't know what year he's from because it's not on it, but a pretty well detailed piece of kit. So that was awesome. This was probably my find of the day in that lot. Is it Dr. Terra? Not sure. But I got this guy. He was in 2 parts in the box. So I found this piece first and I was like, oh, I wonder if the other bit's in there. And it was. That's a crap story. But anyway, that's what happened. That's a keeper. But yeah, so all the bits are there. Well, not all the bits are there. He's missing his missile, his weapon, and his helmet. I'm not sure if they were in the box, I'm brutally honest with you. I just kind of had a bit of a brain freeze when I saw that this guy was like solid, complete. So I don't know. I don't think there was. I had a wee scout about to see if there was any kind of vintage looking weapons, and it was just looked like a lot of dross. So I'm pretty sure. I'm just telling myself it wasn't there. But anyway, so that was pretty cool. So I snared him. He was in the £4 lot. I also picked up, now these are for me, for my personal collection. I picked up some of these Tonka footballers from 1989. So we've got Bertie there. I think he's wearing the... Is that Inter Milan? I think it could be, or is that Atalanta? Not 100% sure. But anyway, got him, so he's cool. Also snared Donadoni with the Italian kit. Again, pretty awesome. And a Bayern Munich player in Dorfner as well. So that was kind of cool. I've never seen these at the Carboot before. First time ever, so to get 3 was absolutely wicked. I then picked up this in that lot. Now this belongs to the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame Stalker Action Man doll from 1992. Now I already have the figure. I've actually bought him twice because I needed to complete him, so I ended up buying a brand new one and opening him because I couldn't find this online for a cheap enough price. And then I go to the Carboot and I get it for like 5p or something. But I'm going to put this with the other one and sell that and make some money back. So that was cool to find that, and that kind of completes the other stalker that I had. So that's awesome. It's just crazy. That was the bit I needed and I found it at the Carboot. It's crazy. You never know, guys, what you're going to find. And I went pretty late last Saturday too, last Sunday, sorry. Pretty late. I think I got there about 10:30, 11, and I still picked up some cool stuff, so it was pretty awesome. I also picked up this wrestler. This is the Flick and Flip or whatever it is. I think this is Toy Biz, is it? Let's have a look. It's a 1999 WCW. Yeah, Toy Biz. Basically, they had magnets on them so you could like lift things up and chuck them on folk. So yeah, this one's not super rare. He's not super common, but he's not that rare. I think there's quite a few of them out there. So. But anyway, still pretty cool. I don't know if Paulie collects these or not anymore. Maybe Paulie's already got this one. But drop it in the comments, Paulie, if you need that one. So that's that. I then picked up a lovely lot of Action Force, which was awesome. Because I'm not into Action Force per se. I prefer G.I. Joe. But when they're cheap enough, you've got to pick them up. So I got myself a Muton, complete with all the pegs in the right places. So that's kind of good. Usually when you find these in the wild, these bits are snapped off. So yeah, Muton, pretty awesome. I think it's a Q-Force guy. Pretty cool. I think this is Z-Force. Baron Ironblood. I already got one of them down there, but you can never have too many Baron Ironbloods. That's pretty awesome. I think this is... Oh, I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt it. Something Force. But yeah, the Action Force is a pretty cool line to get into. And that's the SAS guys, that's the pilot. And these cost me buttons, man, absolute buttons. So yeah, pretty awesome. So I got all those bits and pieces. Oh, and also when I bought all those G.I. Joes, Action Force, I picked this guy up. Now the only reason I picked this guy up is because I had this as a kid. It's a knockoff Gladiator. And I had this, it was a set with the 2 turrets and the 2 guys with the jousting sticks, and you could spin them around, they could knock each other off. A bit like Rock'em Sock'em, I suppose, but with Gladiator things. But yeah, they had these stupid big white helmets that went on, these really cheap kind of battens. And I saw this guy and it just brought back so many memories. So I thought, I'm having this guy, I'm having him. I think he gave him this for nothing, to be honest, because it's a bit crap. But this is definitely 90s. It's 90s gold. So yeah, stoked with that. And then me and the missus there's a part of the car boot where we never usually find anything, and the missus was with me this time, and she goes, no, we'll not bother going in there. And I was like, hey, we will. And I said, I bet you I find something in there. And she was like, I bet you don't. So I did. First thing I'd seen when I went in was this guy, which is a Masters of the Universe figure. He's missing his radar dish and his sticker, and he's a bit wibbly wobbly, but you know, for a Masters of the Universe figure at a car boot, I think I paid 25 pence for him, which I couldn't turn that down or leave him behind for 25p. And I also got this guy, a real Ghostbusters ghost. Hard hat, is it? Hard hat, something like that. Anyway, he's pretty cool as well. So I got him and him for 50p for the pair, which I thought was pretty damn awesome. I also, when I was there, I went to the traders bit. There's a few traders, and they've got like antiques and stuff. And this guy was selling little Matchbox cars, so I got this wee one. I just thought it was kind of interesting. It's not focusing very well because the light is terrible in here. Just a wee truck. I paid £2.50 for it. It wasn't cheap, but you wanted £4 at the first, and I was like, no chance. But I've had a few of these. I'm quite fascinated by these wee things. I've had a few and sold them in the past. Because I mean, some of these you can go for about £10, but the paint on this one's quite good. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a date on it or a number. It just says Lenzie, England. So I'll have to do some research, find out what the model is, what it is of. So that's kind of cool. So I got that. But the find of the day for me, I was speaking to this guy on a stall, and he had this. It is a 1960s tin taxi car made in Spain by what they made. What's it? I'm going to butcher the name with my superb diction of foreign language. Huguets Roman, made in Spain. The guy bought this. I found out it's from the 60s and kind of mid-60s, mid to late. And this guy bought this in a flea market in Barcelona in 1972, he told me. So he also had a police car, but unfortunately, somebody at the car boot stole it from his stall, which was a bummer because I would have loved the pair. And I paid £8 for this, so it wasn't cheap. But it's just a lovely, lovely toy. Plastic on the bottom, plastic wheels, and then the whole bodywork is tin, and it's got plastic windows. And the interior, you can see it's like printed onto the. I think actually it's made of tin as well. The interior is made of tin, painted tin. So yeah, it's a really cool piece. I really like it. I was going to give it a clean, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave it as is. I gave it a wipe with a cloth. That'll do. I don't want to damage it at all. So yeah, really stoked with that. So folks, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. Anything else? Don't think so. Oh yeah, there is. I could show you. Now, I picked up some stuff from my personal collection. I'll just tag this on at the end of this car boot video. What are we on? 13 minutes. Yes, I picked up some of these Thundercats PVC figures, the vintage ones. So I got the Vulture guy. The light is horrendous in here, apologies. So I got this guy, he's pretty awesome. I think they're from the mid-80s, 86 for that guy. So that's kind of cool. Picked up a whole load of these. Picked up Tiger as well. Panthro. I've got a few of them already, but they made them in different scales, like I can show you. Here's Sly, and there's Panthro. But then here's Tigra. And then here's they weren't the same size in the cartoon. They made 2 or 3 different size variants. I don't know why they did it. If somebody does know, drop it in the comments. I'd really appreciate the knowledge. But yeah, I got a few more. Got Jackalman and Monkeyin there. I got Mumra the Ever Living. I also got Lino and Chitara, which is one I haven't seen before, so that was kind of awesome. So they'll go with my cat's lair, which I have in my cupboard. If you can just see it, it's just there. So that's pretty awesome. And then I got some G.I. Joes through the post. The G.I. Joe collection, as I've said before, is getting way out of hand, man. It's getting way out of hand. So after these little 4, I've actually just found another one I forgot I'd even bought. So this 5 now, that's me for a while. I'm cutting myself off for at least a month. Not going to buy any G.I. Joes. Doesn't mean to say I'm not going to buy other things, but not buying G.I. Joes. So yeah, so what did we get? We got this guy, which is Salvo, fully complete. It's pretty awesome. I had this one as a kid, so to get him back fully complete is really, really cool. So yeah, dig Salvo, he's awesome. He was one of my favourite Joes. Yeah, and then the other one I got, which also I had as a kid, is Pathfinder. Again, one that I had as a child and loved it, absolutely loved it. This kind of wave, I think it's the 89 wave. These are the ones that I gravitize to. I think these are the ones that were kind of my age bracket. I kind of hit that one. This one is one of the oldest Joes that I own now. I can't remember the names of the older ones, so apologies to anybody, but I'm sure somebody will put that in there. Is it Zap? I don't think that's right. But anyway, he's pretty cool. He's one of the earlier Joes. He's 83, I think he is. So yeah, he's one of the oldest ones that I own. So yeah, got him at a good price too. Obviously, G.I. Joes these days are not cheap. And then for shits and giggles, I collect all the G.I. Joes, and the 90s ones particularly are my favourites. So I picked up Street Fighter Ken, complete with all his weapons. The rest of them are over there. So I've got Ken Master. So he's pretty awesome with his big yellow mullet. So yeah, dig him. Oh, konnichiwa. So that's cool. Oh, and the stand's fallen over. It's all gone to shit. Right, folks. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers!